Welcome back to Math Husay Math 10 tutorial. In this lesson, you will learn more about the polynomial equations and the fundamental theorem of algebra. Let's start. What is a polynomial equation? A polynomial equation, P of x, is an equation of the form P of x is equal to a sub n, x to the power of n, plus a sub n minus 1, x raised to n minus 1, plus a sub n minus 2, x raised to n minus 2, plus up to a sub 1, x, plus a sub 0, equals 0, where a sub n must not be equal to 0, where the non-negative integers n is the degree of the polynomial and the coefficients a sub 0, a sub 1, a sub 2, up to a sub n are real numbers. Now, these are example of polynomial equation. Letter A, we have x minus 2 equals 0. This is a linear equation, right, with two terms. Next is we have x squared plus x minus 2 equals 0. This is an example of quadratic equation. Letter C, we have x times x minus 4 equals 0. This is a quadratic equation not written in standard form. Letter D, we have x cubed plus x squared minus 4x minus 8 equals 0. Another example of polynomial equation, we have the quantity of x plus 1 squared times the quantity of x minus 5 equals 0. Now, this is an example of a cubic equation. And the last example that we have, x raised to 13 minus 1 equals 0. So these are examples of polynomial equation. This time, let's talk about the fundamental theorem of algebra. The fundamental theorem of algebra tells us that if P of x is a polynomial equation of degree n and with real coefficients, then it has at most n real roots. So by merely looking at the degree of the leading term, we can right away tell how many real roots does it have. So let's consider these examples. Example number 1. Consider the following polynomial equations. At most, how many real roots does each have? For letter A, we have x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. So we know that quadratic equation has at most 2 real roots, right? Next is we have x cubed minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8 equals 0. So following the fundamental theorem of algebra, looking at the degree of the leading term, that's cube, right? So it means to say that this polynomial equation has at most 3 real roots. Example, letter C. We have x raised to 20 minus 1 equals 0. Now in this case, the exponent of the leading term is 20. So it means to say, following the concept of fundamental theorem of algebra, this polynomial equation has at most 20 real roots. How about if we have a polynomial equation in factored form, like the quantity of x minus 2 times the quantity of x plus 3 squared times the quantity of x minus 1 squared equals 0. So in this case, if you are going to expand this, we see that we have x here Now, in this portion, the x will have 2 as its exponent. The same with this one. So, if we are to multiply these x times x squared, you'll have x to the 5th power. So, that will be your leading term. And the exponent of the leading term is 5. So, it means to say that if we expand this, we write this one in standard form, this polynomial equation will have at most 5 real roots. So, solving for the real roots, basically by applying the zero product property, the first solution or root is 2. Now, we have negative 3, 2 times, and the last one is positive 1, 2 times because we have squared here. Take note that the number of roots of the polynomial equation is equal to the degree of the polynomial. So, if a root occurs n times, it is called a root of multiplicity n. So, in this case, diba, we have negative 3 which occur twice. So, we can say that negative 3 is a root of multiplicity of 2. So, because it occurs twice. The same with 1. Let's have the last example. We have the quantity of x squared plus 4 times the quantity of x minus 3 cubed equals 0. In this case, you know that if we equate x squared plus 4 equals 0, then the value of x will be imaginary. So in this case, we will only have at most 3 real roots. That's because x squared equals negative 4. That will be imaginary, right? Now that you know what polynomial equation is and how to determine the number of real roots does each polynomial equation have, try these exercises on your own. If you're done, go back here, pause the video, and verify your answers here. If you think Math Husay math tutorial helps you learn math on your own, give this video a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember, ang sikreto para maging Math Husay, matuto at mag-ensayo. Watch the next episode and learn how to find the roots of polynomial equation by applying the zero product property. See ya! Bye!